Morning everybody and happy Thanksgiving Eve. I'm up early. I got up at 5:30 just because I woke up, and that's how I roll at my old age. I was going to show you another shot of the flowers. So we came up with 1, 2, there's a 3 and a 4, and I have never seen an amaryllis do this before, especially not one that I got for under $6. I think it was $5.44. Came in the pot with the bulb already in it and just said to water it and step back. So it's the best one I've ever had. I mean, it's kind of a common color, but that's okay for $5.44. And then this one is still trying. It's been so dark and cold and rainy and blustery outside that it's not really shining the good stuff through the window at this point, but it will at some point, probably when it drops down to freezing. So I have a few dishes left to do here, and the ones that I can wash in the dishwasher are going to go in next. I can't wash the pie thing in the dishwasher. It has to be washed by hand. And it really never looks much better than this. It's kind of stained by, pie crust and pie fillings and whatnot. So, come over here past my mess. Doop-de-doop-de-doop-de-doop-de-doo. Okay, that's not doing much to speak of course. My Christmas cactus or whatever it is. What I have going here first today is Chex Mix. Now, I bought a little envelope of the Chex Mix. And I have searched high and low. I just got it maybe a little more than a week ago. I can't find it, so I'm going to go with making it myself, and I'll have to look at the back of the box. But if memory serves me right, it takes some of the Worcestershire, some garlic, some seasoning, salt, and some butter. But I will get the right measurements, and I never go by what it says to put in it. I go by what I have. I bought this, just my last haul, I think, and it's Wheat Chex. These are leftover pretzels from a half bag that's over in the snack bin. I bought a new bag last time I went shopping, so I'm going to use this up. That is a can of mixed nuts, and then I had, in a canning jar, some extra almonds and some extra cashews. Couldn't think of what they're called. And so I threw those in, and those are Rice Chex. And that's Crispix. So Crispix is a different shape, of course, than Rice Chex. And they are corn and rice mix. My least favorite is the Wheat Chex here, but other people like them. So I've got my spatula, and I'll get the actual recipe for the sauce that I need to add to it over here. I'm having my second cup of coffee. My husband is out having coffee with whatever sailors he hangs out with, and think that is it. If he calls me and asks me if I want one to come home with him, not a sailor, a coffee, then I will probably say no, because I have cold brew, I have regular brew, I have iced tea. I really don't need Starbucks prices, so because that's where they meet. Okay, that is all I have to say for now. And if you are in a crunch and doing what I'm doing, bless your heart, I really don't have to do much this year. My husband and my boys are making the turkey in either or both deep fat fryer or infrared cooker out of the kitchen and into the shop. I still have to make banana pudding. I have it, hold on, I'll show you. Okay, I hope it's not too dark in here, but I've got 2 boxes of these. I found the other box. I had put it away so it didn't get snarfed up. I have to get my banana pudding and my vanilla pudding, and I have the Cool Whip that I use in it too. And I think that's it. The other stuff, there's stuff in the pantry and stuff in the fridge. I'm not going to make this today. I'm going to make it tomorrow morning, because the dinner's in the afternoon, and I don't want to have this. I think I said this yesterday. I don't want it to go to the dark side on me. You know what bananas do when they're in the fridge for too long. Plus, I just don't have the room in my fridge right now. I've got a lot of prep stuff in there. Yesterday, I prepped like onions, celery, chopped nuts, that kind of thing. I think I did chopped nuts. I'm almost positive I did, because I sent my husband back to Costco. Ooh, let me tell you about this. Here's my list. I prep veggies is all I've done. I'm going to do this today. The guys are doing this, and I'm going to do this later. But anyway, I want to tell you, I sent him to Costco. He got the pecans because I couldn't come up with another bag of walnuts that I knew I had. And I'll find them, like probably in April when I don't need to make anything. But I said, get eggs. I said, get 18 eggs. And you know, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit when you go to Costco. It's like Sam's, whatever they have, you get. So he got, when I saw these come in, I thought, oh my word, what did you pay for those? 24 grade A large free range eggs. You want to guess what he paid for 24 of these? $3.22. I about had a fit. I was thinking, you should have gotten 4 of those. No, I wouldn't know what to do with that many. But that's a crazy good deal. That is worth the ticket right there. $3.22 for 24 eggs. I haven't seen a price. I mean, if you asked me 4 years ago, was that a crazy good deal, and would I be excited to be like, yeah, no, it's about what it's worth. But nowadays, you pay more than that for a dozen eggs in the grocery store, and they're not free range or whatever. You know, I don't know what that really means, but I'm happy with it. Very happy with it. Thank goodness for Costco. He brought home a prepared macaroni and cheese that I was going to take to my daughters. I served it for dinner last night because I was whooped. I'm going to tell you what, if you know me, you know me. I have glaucoma, among other things, and I put off taking my drops to release pressure. Glaucoma means you have high pressure in your optic nerve, okay? I am a flight risk for my appointments. I don't like most of the people I see. I like one guy, but he's retiring. I finally went to the doctor. My pressures were, I had a picture. I drew it on my hands because I knew I'd forget it. I'll put that picture in here if I remember. Anyway, they said, okay, well, we you know, you can go on like this, and here's 3 drops, and the drops are killing me. If you saw my eyes, you would think I was dying. They're so red, and they feel like somebody threw sand in them. And if you know anybody that has glaucoma, it's the bad drops. I think it's called Timolol Brimodin or something like that. And it's killer. It's killer. As soon as you drop it in your eye, it stings like fire, like you rub Dial soap in your eye. And then it causes your eyes, the whites of your eyes, to go dark red. And I look, I've got the plague. I mean, here I come into Thanksgiving with everybody. Yeah, she's got the plague. You know, anyway, I'll stop complaining because it could be worse. I'm just afraid they want to do this procedure, and supposedly I'm going to go back. See what I'm saying? Supposedly, I'm going to go back on December 11th, and they're going to put a laser through the back of my eye and puncture a hole so that the fluid, which causes the optic nerve pressure, to drain out the back of my eye. I have really high pressure readings, and in fact, when they took them, I said, oh, let me guess. And I guessed, and I was almost spot on. She laughed at me when I told her what it was going to be, and I was right. So at that point, she said, yeah, we're not going to dilate you today, because when you dilate the eyes, it causes higher pressure even. Okay. Enough about me. I hope you're all well, and I will maybe show some more pictures after this, but I know everybody's going to be busy today. Either, whoops, almost dropped you, either shopping, preparing, cleaning. Thank the Lord up above I don't have to do that part today. I can leave my house in a state because I'm going to my daughter's. Okay, so I'm just going to say bye now. I'm going to try to include that picture of the pressures in my eye. And if you don't have glaucoma or have a loved one with glaucoma, that's not make any sense to you at all. You don't, you know, have a prayer world about it. But I'm going to add it anyway, just for kicks and grins, if I still have it. I hope, if I don't talk to you before then, you have a wonderful, lovely Turkey Day, Friendsgiving, Thanksgiving, whatever it is that you're going to call this. And take care, everybody. Bye.